Hey, what's up, everybody? Hope everyone's having a great day. Super hot day out here in Colorado, and been a busy morning for myself personally here. So, posted up at my favorite little editing spot here at my house in Silverthorne. Didn't quite make it up to the Ptarmigan Trail. Thought about going up there, but that sun is beating down really hard today. Um, so, uh, definitely going to be doing a Patreon live today. So if you guys want to come hang out for that, immediately after the live stream, we'll be doing Patreon. I'll probably head out to the backyard for that. Got a couple of my roommates and buddies out there. So if you want to see the current state of the backyard and come hang out, definitely come hang out on Patreon. I got a link down in the description for you to check out. Other than that, just been staying busy, wrapping up pretty much all the footage from the Mount Hood trip. Got the Arbor Formula video up, got the DC PB&J video up, so I hope you guys have checked that out already. Coming this week is going to be the review for the Ride Twin Pig, so super stoked to share that with you guys. Really fun snowboard. I know it's got a lot of hype around it. A lot of you guys were hyped on the War Pig last year, so definitely stoked to share my thoughts on the Twin Pig and tell you a little bit more about that. It's actually that's the board I'm on in the thumbnail for this video, if you guys saw that. But yeah, other than that, just plugging away, staying busy for the summer, trying to prep everything for winter, keep everything rolling for you guys. I do have some new t-shirts that actually just dropped today. Quick sneak peek, wearing one right now. Really stoked on this logo here. It was designed by one of my best friends, Bo Pollard. So shout out Bo. You've seen him in some of the Japan videos if you guys were following along back while we were in Japan. So yeah, I'd be super hyped if you guys check that out, offering it in a ton of different colors. Still got a few stickers left as well if you guys want some of those. Only white left, but just put in a new order, so a bunch of new stuff coming in soon. So yeah, I'd be super stoked if you guys check that out. But per usual on the Monday live chat, if you guys have any questions related to snowboarding, snowboard gear, anything like that, go ahead and start leaving those comments. I'll try to answer as many questions as I can. Also, if you want to let me know where in the world you're joining us from, I think it's really cool to see the conversation that you guys get going with each other in the chat and to see where you guys are from. And if you want to help donate to the channel or help to support the channel, you can always do a super chat. Also highlights your question to make sure that it gets answered. So that's always an option for you guys as well. Appreciate all you guys. Thank you guys for being here today. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's see who all is on the live chat with us right now. We got Lucifer Morningstar, regular on the streams here. What's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Rob Gams. Perfect timing. Just gotta move a work meeting though. Oh man, sorry, Rob. Well, thanks for hopping on anyway. Hope you're doing well, dude. Appreciate you checking out the new videos. Ask me, what's up, man? Brinks. Hey TJ, what do you think is the perfect volume shifted carving snowboard? Uh, I'm not even going to try to say that. That looks like a shout out to Italy, I assume, but I'm totally going to butcher it if I try to say that. Well, Brinks, dude, it's hard to say, man. Two that come to mind immediately. First is the K287. I really enjoyed that board last year. I rode the 155. It's volume shifted. It's got a setback stance. It's directional with a taper and a directional shape. It's also cambered between the feet, which I think that camber combined with the taper, the setback stance, and that extra width make it really fun for carving. And also, obviously, the War Pig and more recently the Twin Pig, I think, are two really good options. So I'll leave it at that for now. Definitely keep your eyes peeled for the review on the Twin Pig that'll be coming out this week. And I think that is going to be a topic that I'll cover more thoroughly as winter approaches. So definitely stay tuned. Definitely want to get you guys covered on all the volume shifted boards and make sure we have all the bases covered for you guys. Good question, man. Thanks. We got Justin Vasey on the chat here today from LA. TJ, the girlfriend wanted to get your opinion on the Burton storyboard. She has the Burton Alexa EST bindings and rides the Feel Good but want something directional. Awesome. I'm not familiar with the storyboard off the top of my head. I'd have to look up the specs to really tell you more about it. So, Justin, if you're able to hop on the Patreon today, I'd love to talk more about that and maybe get into a little more in-depth conversation on Patreon here in a little bit. I just need to look it up a little bit first, man. I don't know off the top of my head. And we got Morningstar. What's up, TJ? How you doing, brother? Doing good, man. Appreciate you asking. Something weird is happening in the UK. We've had 30-degree heat for 3 weeks, and it's supposed to last another four. It's not fun wearing trousers and a shirt. Oh man, dude, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's been crazy hot here in Colorado as well. A little bit more mellow in the mountains, which has been nice. But midday, like right now, it's 3 p.m. here. It's pretty hot outside. Actually, the last two live streams that I did up on Ptarmigan Hill, I was just wearing a t-shirt and I didn't put on sunscreen, so I actually got sunburned just in that 1 hour. Not too bad, but yeah, it's hot. It was like I think it got up to 105 in Denver the other day, which is like a tie for the hottest that it's ever been. It was either 104 or 105. But yeah, man, hopefully it gets a little cooler soon. I know it's tough. DT Island, what's up, man? What do you think of the Arbor Flesh and Blood? Also, hello from Seattle. I haven't heard about that one, man. Is that a new one for next year? I haven't checked out their new line yet, but it's got an interesting name. But I don't know anything about that board, unfortunately, man. Tova Hamrin, what's going on? Miranda Hutchings, how's it going? Fox Vapor, Bad Riders, what's up? Adam, how's it going, man? Aaron McGaffey, hello from Washington. Awesome, man. Thanks for hopping on, Aaron. Lauren chiming in with Morningstar. I think it's a sign of the end of times with that heat over in the UK. Bruh Sweet on the live chat today. Good to see you, man. Stoked to see that Twin Pig review. Awesome, man. Yeah, I think we got some really good footage on that one, so it should be a pretty fun video. I'm stoked to wrap that one up and get it out for you guys. Lauren from the UK, what's up? All right, Matt Frey. What 2019 park board would you choose if you had a deep thinker as a POW board? Needs lots of pop, but still good for rails. Capita twin brake or DOA? So yeah, I think that's like referring to the Spring Break Twin and yeah, the Capita DOA. I mean, if you're looking for lots of pop, the DOA is my go-to choice. It's still one of the most poppy snowboards I've ever ridden. So that's a really good choice for a solid like do-it-all style board. And I think the DOA is still good for rails. If you want to get those presses going and those more technical tricks, it's definitely still possible on the DOA. It's not so stiff that it's going to be like super, super difficult to get that going, but it will take a little bit, some proper form and effort to get those presses looking the way that you want. I also really like, as you guys know, the Battalion Evil Twin as an alternative to the DOA. You could check out the Solomon Ultimate Ride as another option. Let's see. Yeah, I think those three are a pretty good place to start. There's definitely some more options out there for you. I haven't ridden the Spring Break Twin yet, but I think that looks like a really fun board as well. The Ride Helix is ASIM. It's twin, but I think it's probably a little stiffer than what you want. Yeah, out of those choices, I'd probably go for the DOA just because I haven't ridden the Spring Break Twin. My impression is that it's probably going to be a little softer, but I don't know. I haven't ridden it yet. Hope that helps you out, man. VV Dang from Newport Beach, California. Thanks for hopping on, man. Lauren, I put in an order about 10 days ago for stickers, but haven't gotten a dispatch notice. Is there a delay? So with the stickers, you are not going to get a email update with like a tracking number and stuff. If you guys have never ordered merch from the site, pretty much everything, like all the t-shirts, hats, um, even the hoodies, will generate a tracking number and automatically email that to you. For the stickers, I actually take that order myself, just like for the hoodies, but I don't actually print a shipping label, which is why you don't get the email. I just put them in an envelope, write a little note, throw a stamp on it, and put it in the mail. So, Lauren, I do remember sending out your stickers. They should be there very soon. So hopefully they arrive in the next couple of days for you. Thank you for the support, by the way, as well. I really appreciate it. HT, first time on the live stream. So excited. Hello from New York City. Awesome, man. Sick. Thank you. Could make it. Glad you could make it on here. CJ Explored. Good to see you, man. What up, everybody from Texas? Heading to the lake house in Hot Springs, Arkansas for the week. Awesome, man. Have fun out at the lake. Hopefully you got a boat out there. Maybe get some wake surfing, wakeboarding in. Still haven't done any of that. I did a day with a stand-up paddleboard recently out on Lake Dillon, and that was a lot of fun. But hoping to get out on a boat soon and get on a wakeboard, or ideally I want to try wake surfing again. So hopefully that'll happen. Or I did recently. We just got at the store I work at in Denver at Evo. We got some wake foils in, so those look really rad too. I don't know if I'll get the chance to try that out this summer, but they look crazy fun. I don't know if you guys have seen those, but you should check them out. Rob Gams over in, I didn't know you were in Portland, Rob. I forgot. I think you said that when we met. Work meeting got moved. Awesome. Dakota Fletcher. Just found the channel last week. Love it. Awesome, man. Glad you you stumbled upon the channel. How can I choose the best pants and jacket? Novice boarder with plans to hit Jackson Hole, Big Sky, and Copper this year. Awesome, Dakota. So personally, my favorite pair of snowboard pants that I've ever had are the Volcom articulated pants. I'm a big fan of Volcom, so I actually also run a pair of bibs from them, the Volcom Roan bib. Although that's not my favorite. It's functional, but I don't like the way it fits too well. It's super straight-legged, which kind of bugs me. But yeah, I would say if you're looking for pants and a jacket, if you want something that's going to be, for sure good, even in like really wet conditions, if you happen to run into that, I'd be looking at 15K waterproofing. Or Gore-Tex is kind of the top of the line for super like ultimate waterproofing. So I think it's definitely worth having a Gore-Tex jacket. For pants, I'd get 15K, just so you're covered. 10K will work in most situations, and you can probably find them at a lower price point. But if you want something that'll be good, for a long time, you don't have to worry about. I'd look at 15K waterproofing and a Gore-Tex jacket, or like a 15K jacket too, if you're not quite ready to swing for Gore-Tex. Sister JJ, what's up, Jess? Hope you're doing well. Awesome hanging out in Hood. Glad you made it home safe back in Vermont. Feels so hot. Yeah, I believe it. It's crazy hot and dry here in Silverthorne as well. But yeah, hopefully you have a way to cope with the heat. Maybe getting a pool or a lake or a river, or just an AC building. Rex HD, hey TJ, is there a true twin full camber board with a medium flex? Yes, there is. The Battalion Evil Twin. It is full camber from tip to tip. About a solid mid flex, I'd say. Solid 5 out of 10. True twin. And it's got 3BT. So I'm a big fan of that one. You could also check out the Arbor Westmark. That's also going to be full camber from tip to tip. I think those might be the only two that don't have any form of hybrid in them that are mid flex. So yeah, check those out. Those are I highly recommend both of those boards. They're both awesome. Love them both. CJ, when asking when do the board archive vids start rolling out? So I got the one up the other day. I actually have another one that's going to be coming out this evening, and it should be pretty consistent for the rest of the summer. Several each week. I'm starting to fill out some topics that I want covered on the blog and on the YouTube channel. So got a lot of topics in mind, and just starting to get that filming done, and yeah, getting them out. So stay tuned. Check out the Board Archive YouTube as well, for some kind of supplementary content that goes along with the board reviews. And I'm doing some vlogs every once in a while as well, just kind of showcasing some of the cool things that there are to do out here in Colorado and Silverthorne. Um, Stuff that maybe I could look back on in a couple years and be like, oh yeah, that was awesome. Like, let me show you guys what Quandary looked like, or what have you. So soon, man. Thanks for asking, CJ. Definitely getting that rolling as well. Party Quackus, is there any bundle snowboards? So there are, I know Evo does packages like a board binding package, sometimes even board boots and binding packages. Usually if you look at those, you can save like 10% on the bundle is usually the price point that I think they go for. And right now, there's a ton of stuff on sale, so it's a really good time to be looking at the websites. Three of my favorites are Evo, The House, and Backcountry. So yeah, check them out if you're looking for deals. The longer you wait, the closer we get to next season. There will be some form of like a blowout sale at the beginning of next season, but sizing and availability is going to be super, super limited. So if you have something particular in mind, you probably want to go ahead and start looking now. Delfino Zacharias, what's up, man? Mikhail Rautanen, yo, what's up? How's it going, dude? Maybe that's just pronounced Michael. I don't know. The K threw me off. Reds Cap, what's up, man? Good to see you. Tuning in from Rialto, California. Sick, man. Old Man Shredder, Martin Wallgren, good to see you. Hope you've been well. I think last week you said you were about to get out on the boat. How'd that go? CJ, yeah, man, it's sunburn season. I need to get like a big just tub of sunscreen so I don't have to worry about it or think about it. It's uh it's real out here for sure. Miranda Hutchings, any tips for snowboarding after having a broken ankle? I am probably actually uniquely qualified to talk about that, Miranda. Thanks for asking. Sorry you broke your ankle. I broke my left ankle as well. It was probably the worst injury that I've ever had, just because it took so long for recovery. So I guess I can kind of go through that real quick for you. Basically, I broke a piece off. Like, I literally just chipped a piece of bone off the end of my distal tibia and fractured my talus bone. Um, and I waited a couple of weeks to go to the doctor because I thought it might be a sprain. Terrible idea, but that's how it went down. Um, and tried to let it heal without surgery. Still didn't heal after 3 months. Ended up going back in for surgery. Then had a 3-month recovery after the surgery, to remove that piece of bone that got chipped off. And I think yeah, it was January 1st, 2016 was the first day that I was cleared to snowboard after breaking my ankle. So basically, I would recommend doing all the PT and continuing the PT even after you're cleared to start snowboarding again. Just really do as much as you can with like the resistance bands and any other exercises your doctor gave you to just strengthen the ankle and all of like the surrounding muscles, and just get it as strong and tight as possible in there. Um, and I would say, be careful if you're doing like toast when you're basically snowboarding on your toe side edge. If you're laying really heavy on your toes and you hit some bumps, that's the one situation I found that seemed to hurt my ankle the most, because all that pressure just compresses your ankle. So watch out for that. Otherwise, I think if your doctor says you're good, you should be good. Just feel it out. You'll find your limits. Careful on the toe edge and keep up that PT. But yeah, sorry you're going through that, Miranda. Hopefully that heals up proper and you're back to 100% in no time. Michael from Finland, Dimitri Mildiani. What's up, man? I think I see some super chats here. So let me switch over to the super chats here and see what we got going on. Uh, Laukri with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. Now that I work, it's hard to watch live. I bought the Volcom utilitarian jacket and articulated pants. In Colorado's climate, will base layer be enough to stay warm, or will I need a mid layer too? Awesome. Well, that's sick. You got the articulated pants. Like I said, those are probably my favorite snowboard pants. And the utilitarian jacket, I'm sure, is sick as well. I don't know if that one's Gore-Tex or not. I would say on the really cold days, like 20 degrees Fahrenheit and under, I usually rock my ninja suit, and like a ninja suit, a t-shirt, and my outerwear usually keeps me, super warm, like plenty of warmth, even in like 15-degree Fahrenheit weather, like some really cold temperatures. Even on like a 10-degree day in Whistler, I think I wore that and I was still fine. So if you have like a really solid base layer, like a ninja suit, you're probably fine on those cold days without a mid layer. But I think that the mid layer honestly comes in handy more so on like, say, like a 30-degree day where you just don't want to wear your actual waterproof jacket. Maybe you're having a park day, you're out lapping with the homies. It's a nice sunny day, but it's cold, cold and dry. So I would wear like my mid layer underneath the hoodie, so then I'm like super comfortable and warm, but I still have that like breathability and movement from the hoodie. So that's where I think that the mid layer really comes in handy, is days like that. And yeah, like if you guys check out the gear that I wear, that we have linked in all the videos, I rock the Arc'teryx Atom LT. It's really really good for kind of dynamic stuff, hiking, snowboarding. So it keeps the front and the back warm, but it lets heat escape out the side. So it's one of my favorites. I've worn it way more than I ever thought I was going to this past year. It always comes in handy, and it's really packable as well. So it's super convenient to just kind of throw in the backpack and have around. So I know that those can be kind of expensive, but if you can swing it, I think that there's no doubt in my mind that you'll find loads of scenarios where you'll use it. So that's my 2 cents on that, man. But thank you for the super chat, and hope you have a great season, man. Hope to see you next week. Lucifer Morningstar with the super chat. I appreciate you, TJ. Love your positivity, dude. Lucifer, I need to get your real name, man, or figure out like I'll call you Lucifer Morningstar if you want. Um, but anyways, I thank you, man. I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate you as well. Thank you for the super chat. And Martin Walgren with the last super chat for now. Thank you, Martin. Got my first dip in the sea this year. Cold. I bet, man. Yeah, Lake Dillon is still super, super cold. It stays pretty frigid year round. I think they even like forbid swimming in it. I'm not sure if that's like a legal thing or if it's just like a recommendation, but yeah, I feel you, man. But that's sick you got out there on the boat. Hope you had a great day, and hope you continue to get out there all summer. That's probably one of the coolest summer activities you can do, in my opinion. Just getting out there on the boat, wakeboarding, wake surfing, hydrofoiling if you got that, tubing, whatever, just chilling on the boat. Yeah, awesome, man. I'm jealous. All right, let's switch back to the regular comments here. Thank all of you guys for the super chats already. Appreciate you. See if I can find my spot here. Oh man, so many comments already. Thank you guys for all the great questions today. If we get this video up to 50 likes, that'd be rad. I see we're at like almost 20 right now. Got like 62 people here. All right. So we got NJO. Which is your favorite battalion board and which bindings would you use with them? Neil from the UK. My current favorite Battalion snowboard is the Battalion Evil Twin, and I would run the Union Atlas with that one. But if you guys didn't see, I did a comparison between the Contact Force and Atlas, and I think out of those three, the Atlas is my favorite. I just prefer that stiffer, more responsive binding over the tweakability that like the Contact offers. The Force is still pretty similar to the Atlas, but the Atlas is just a little more comfy, a little more responsive. But I'm actually really stoked to try out the Strata from Union this year as well. So I'll keep you guys posted and let you know how the Strata stacks up. But yeah, I think the Force or the Atlas would both do really well on that board. uh, Kind of a common question here, looking for the do-it-all solution. Kick Pro. Hey TJ, if you could recommend only one snowboard, one pair of bindings, and snowboarding boots, what would they be? Dramatic question there. All right, Kick. I think if for me personally, and there are other alternatives. Obviously, there's a lot of similar boards, but I'm a fan of Camber and 3BT. So, and you know, like if you're looking for something to do it all, a mid flex snowboard is probably the way to go. So I like the Evil Twin. I'd ride that in a 154. That's me though. I'm 5'10", about 150, 150 pounds. For bindings, I'd go with either the you say one pair of bindings. So one pair, I would go for. If I was going to recommend to you, I'd probably recommend the Force just because it's a little bit of a lower price point, you know, with maybe upgrading to the Atlas as an option if you want. And for snowboarding boots, I'd probably put you on the 32 lashed. I think that's just a great kind of all-around solution coming in at a good price. I rode the TM3 last year. Really enjoyed that boot, but at that price point, I know a lot of people aren't going to be willing to drop that on a pair of boots. I rode them probably 120 days this year, and they're still holding up. I definitely wore them out a little bit. But yeah, the Force, and the Battalion Evil Twin. Capita DOA is a close second. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Hope that helps you out, Kick. Loving the conversation going on in the comments here. So much positivity. Always supporting each other. That's what's up. Michael Bowman, are you going to be up at Whistler in January? Briefly. So January is going to be a kickoff point to a lot of traveling that's going to be going down this year, which we will keep you guys posted on the plans. I'm not gonna let that go yet, but yeah, at least the first week of January I'll be up there. So yeah, if you're around, holler, hop on a live stream, let us know where you're at. Maybe you can even see where we're at doing a live stream and just hop in or hit us up on Instagram or something. Oh yeah, if you guys want to see some behind the scenes stuff or some highlights, check us out on Instagram. I'm at Board Archive. Kevin is at SnowboardProCamp on there. Definitely would be stoked to see you guys on Instagram as well. Reds Cap, shout out for Canada Day to Kevin, Chris, and Jill. Awesome. Hopefully, Kevin or Chris or Jill is watching and they'll see that, man. Thanks, Reds. Man, yeah, Canada Day is pretty fun. I was in Whistler once for Canada Day. They do some fun stuff. Got the 4th of July coming up on Wednesday. I think I'm gonna do some mountain biking, just try to get outside, spend some time doing some American things. Although there's not going to be any fireworks, at least in the mountains this year. We have a heavy fire ban going on. Like, you can't even do a campfire camping right now. There might be a fireworks show in Denver, and I'll probably be in Denver for the 4th. So hopefully we will. Rake88 asking if the new Evil Twin is any different from the 18 Evil Twin other than the graphic. Not to my knowledge. So I haven't purchased my new Evil Twin yet, but I will. If there is a change, I will definitely let you know. But to my knowledge, there's not. I hope they didn't change it. I really like the way it is. Let's see here. Callier Hale. How's it going, man? Thanks for hopping on the live stream here. uh, oh man, I don't even know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. I'm gonna call you Day Day Gamer Tag. Have any suggestions for a park board with a soft to medium flex, 99% twin and budget friendly? Well, if you're saying 99% twin, you're talking about a directional twin board. So Battalion and Lobster actually call all of their, I shouldn't say all, most of their directional shapes 99% twin. They do offer some full directional stuff. But yeah, first board that comes to mind is the Battalion Fun Kink. That's going to have that 99% twin shape, comes in at a good price, softer side of medium flex. I'm sure there's a lobster equivalent to that. I'm not sure off the top of my head which lobster board that would be. And honestly, I would recommend the Arbor Formula as well. That was one I got to finally ride recently, and it is more of a medium flex, but it's going to have that directional twin shape, and it's still going to be really fun in the park. So yeah, check those out. Michael Bowman having some Wi-Fi issues. Sorry, man. Harper Leveille from New Zealand. Cole Jones from Alberta. What's up, man? Good to see you guys. Um, TJ, what are some signs or things to look for when it's time to get new boots? Thanks. That's from Rob Gams. Thanks for the question, Rob. So honestly, you're going to notice that the boot just starts to feel softer. It's just not going to have the support and responsiveness that it had in the past. Also, sometimes that's not that big of a deal, but eventually the boot will actually. I've had this happen to every pair of boots. It doesn't matter, what brand it is or whatever. If you ride the boots long enough, this type of stuff is going to start happening. And that's going to be things like, the sole getting torn up or ripped up, or the stitching starting to come undone, even potentially to the point where holes are showing up in the boot. Or even if the stitching and the stuff isn't falling apart, sometimes you can still, you'll notice, like, maybe if you're riding in like some spring conditions where that snow is a little bit slushier and more wet, that they're just not as waterproof as they used to be. So things like that. But I would say, once you start to feel that you're not getting the performance or the support that you want out of your boots anymore, it's probably, within the next 10 or so days of riding, might be time to start looking at some new boots. For me personally, that's a big deal, just because I still do, try to support my ankle that I injured that I was talking about earlier. It's back to 100%, but I don't want to re-injure it. So definitely like to keep my boot stability, or upgrade when I need to. I think I'm going to switch to the TM2 next year and try those out again. I was on those boots for 2 years, so I'm either going to switch to those or the Lash next year. Michael Bowman, San Diego loves your content and is waiting for you to come to Bear. Awesome, man. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, Bear is actually on the list for next season. I'd love to head down there. Been wanting to go to Bear for quite a long time. So hopefully that becomes a reality this coming season. Excuse me, guys. All right, Sam Murphy on the stream here. Hey TJ, I'm moving out to Colorado from New Hampshire for college in about 2 months. I was wondering if you had any tips on switching from East Coast mountains to the Rockies. Yeah, man, I would say for your first of all, awesome, you're coming out to Colorado. Great choice. Hope you have an amazing 4 years here, however long you're going to be in school. And I would say the biggest thing is explore. Um, Try out a few different resorts if you get the Epic Pass or the Icon Pass or whatever. And I'm sure you'll meet people that have been riding out here for quite some time that can recommend, mountains, or show you around to their like secret stashes or zones that they like. And I would just get off the groomers if you're at that level where you're comfortable You know, like you're like an advanced rider. Get in the trees, explore the back bowls, do some hikes, and I would do that at multiple resorts. And I think, yeah, you'll find a whole new appreciation for snowboarding and the mountains out here. The parks are amazing too. You know, I'm not saying don't ride the park, but maybe, you know, in the morning when that park is firm or on a pow day, definitely get out there and try to find some new terrain and explore some riding that you've never had the chance to do. Dylan Bradshaw, having trouble deciding between the DOA or the Ultra Fear. Well, I would say that the DOA would serve you better as more of an all mountain do it all style board. While it is still very freestyle friendly, it's full camber, a little more aggressive, more medium flex, really poppy. Going to be better for carving and just those scenarios where you need more stability. The Ultra Fear is a rocker dominant shape. Going to be more pressable, more fun for jibbing, and just yeah, just a softer, more playful board all around. Um, so yeah, softer flex, full rocker versus medium flex, full camber. I couldn't choose for you, man. You know, you got to decide what kind of riding you want to do, and then go for the board that seems like it's gonna serve you best for what you want to do. Dollar straws, much love and respect from Idaho. Heel, yeah. I used to live and work at Wilderness. Awesome, dude. Yeah, I live very close to Wilderness. I'm not in Wilderness. I'm in a different neighborhood, but yeah, that's what's up, man. Glad you spent some time out in Colorado. Uh, Sorry you're not still out here, but I'm sure you're having some fun in Idaho as well. They got some mountains down there. CJ chiming in about the wake foils and foil surfers. Get your quads in shape for all that pumping though. Yeah, I believe it, dude. CJ, did you see that video of the guy? I think at Red Bull posted it where he's just like on a dock and just like jumps on the wake foil and like pumps it around, just flat water, just pumping it all like huge circle and then back to the dock. Looks so sick. Yeah, you guys should check that out. Justin saying he's going to be on the Patreon. Sick. Yeah, it's been a couple weeks since I did a live stream over on Patreon, so definitely excited to hang out with you guys over there. If any of you guys are just hopping on the live stream right now, out here in Silverthorne, inside today, just because it's a really, really hot one outside. That sun is beating down. And we're going to be hopping on Patreon after this for about half an hour. So got a link down in the description. It's a little bit more casual, less people, more of a conversation. So would love to hang out with you guys there as well. Awesome seeing some conversation just between you guys out down in the comments here. Always love seeing that. We got Bad Riders asking about the 19 Nitro Beast. Still haven't ridden very many Nitro boards, man. It is something I'm trying to get my hands on for next season. Yeah, trying to Nitro, DC, Yes, Jones, lots of brands trying to get, you know, as much of the line represented as possible. One thing I can say though is that next year Burton is going to be fully represented, which is awesome. Capita is also going to be pretty much fully represented, which is great. And obviously, yeah, we'll have a lot of Italian and we'll have a nice mix. But yeah, trying to get, you know, as many boards as I can. Always. Fabian, thinking about getting the Yes Typo for Park and Pal. Only 150 pounds, 6 feet tall though. Would a 152 work for the occasional POW day, or should I go with the 155? Honestly, man, I would definitely for POW, I would definitely go with the 155. Yep, that's it. Easy. What? So CJ asking, what are the best 2018 deals for a fun and surfy, but still fast all mountain freeride slash pow board? We'll never need it in the park except for filming. Um, I don't know about deals, man. I'd have to check and see what's still available right now. There's definitely some boards that are coming to mind, some boards that we've already talked about. You know, like the K287 comes to mind. War Pig obviously comes to mind, or you could look out for the Mountain Pig or the Twin Pig next year. You know, when you say surfy, I'm automatically thinking wide. Um, so, you know, anything from like United Shapes could be good, or like a Karua Shapes board. Pretty much anything off either of those lines is going to be a lot of fun. Um, you know, there could be some good options from Jones as well. Maybe like a Mind Expander. Um, yeah, I just have to see what's left. Oh, CJ, there is a Mind Expander 154, unless it sold yesterday. There is a 154 Mind Expander on Evo right now, going for like 30% off. So that could be one to look at. Lauren coming in with a good question here. What's the best camber profile for a beginner park board? Um, so obviously, this is an opinion. Other people are going to have different opinions on it, but I think um, it would be like a cam rock profile. So camber between the feet, rocker in the tip. So something like maybe the Solomon Huck knife comes to mind. You know, something with like a softer side and medium flex as well. So yeah, check that out, and that'd be the profile I'd look out for. You could definitely make, you know, like the rocker camber, like Never Summer and GNU and LibTech and like Burton Flying V, like all those guys work as well. But those are all going to be rocker dominant. I think personally, if you're asking for the best, my opinion would be Camrock and like a softer flex. Thanks for all the questions here, guys. Adam Korb, what's up, man? Saying, hey, my name's Adam. What's up, Adam? Oh, Martin saying the boat trip got delayed, but he went rafting. Well, hey, man, at least you got out on the water. I really want to go stand up paddleboarding again really soon. Jason Song 86, good to see you, Jason. Just saying, what's up? Oh man, I must be like way behind on the comments here. CJ chiming in on some of the broken ankle discussion from earlier. Yeah, not good breaks, and I did end up getting surgery. Unfortunately, should have just went with surgery straight away. Yeah, and like keeping up with the PT is huge. I totally know what you mean. It starts to feel good. You get comfortable. You're like, Psh, I'll just like, at least for my ankle, I was like, I'll just hike or whatever. I'll just do my thing and like it'll strengthen itself. But yeah, even like now, you know, 2 years down the road, 2.5 years, I still find myself doing some of those PT exercises every once in a while to just try to keep it feeling good. We got Thai USA Winter Sports on the stream. Napa, what's up, man? Hope you've been having a good summer. Hopefully, we'll get out to hang out in Mammoth next year. Thanks for hopping on the stream, man. They got snowboard tutorials in the Thai language going on YouTube. So Thai USA Winter Sports, if you want to check them out. Joyce 0426 from Washington D.C. What's up, Joyce? Vince Powell Newman, what's up, man? Oh man, Jay Park coming back from an ACL, MCL, and meniscus tear, just totally blew up the knee. So sorry, man. That is a bummer. I just recently, I just irritated my meniscus a little bit, but even just like that minor irritation was like worrisome. Have you heard people coming back from knee injuries? How long did they wait? So I think honestly the best person to talk to about this would be Chris. So if you want to actually go check out his YouTube channel. If you go to the homepage on Snowboard Pro Camp, it's like the first like recommended channel on the right. It's just Chris Ayers. Drop him a comment, man, on his latest video. I think he'd be stoked to you know answer the question and just have some more interaction on his videos and stuff. Also, I think you know the recovery is going really well for Chris. I'm not exactly sure how long it took, but he's taking it really seriously, which you know as he should and how as you should with a knee injury. So much movement going on in that joint, so critical to the sport. Um, yeah, talk to Chris about it. Or maybe pop back on the live stream on Friday and ask Kevin. Kevin might have some more info as well. All right, Sam Murphy with a women's specific question here. Don't know how much you know about women's boards, but I'm trying to decide between the Battalion She W, the GNU Ladies Choice, and the Jones Twin Sister. Any opinions? Um, so I think the She W is the women's version of the Global Warmer, if I remember correctly. Um, I'm not 100% sure on that one though. The other two I'm more familiar with. If that is the case, which I think it is, the She W, it's going to be like a softer flexing, full camber with 3BT board, true twin. You know, solid, just all around park board on the more playful side of the spectrum. The Ladies' Choice is one of the higher end boards from GNU. It's the board that Jamie Anderson rode in the Olympics. She's been crushing it on it. It's going to have run their one of their rocker dominant profiles. I think it's C2. So rocker between the feet, camber underfoot, mid flex, ASIM, magna traction, all the bells and whistles from GNU. So that could be a really good choice for like a solid all-around do-it-all board that's also very freestyle friendly. The Twin Sister is going to be the most aggressive and the stiffest out of the bunch. It's basically the women's version of the Jones Mountain Twin. So it's going to be a directional twin, so a little bit of a longer nose and tail outside the contact points. Those first two boards are actually true twin. Yeah, the Twin Sister is going to be stiffer. It's going to be camber between the feet, rocker in the nose and tail. It's going to run magna traction. And like I said, it's going to have that directional twin shape. So it's going to be the most free ride, carving, natural terrain oriented board out of the bunch that's freestyle friendly. So like if you're into hitting natural features and things like that, check out the Twin Sister. It's definitely a good bit stiffer than the other options that you mentioned, though. So, Sam, hope that helps you out. I think they're all three great boards, but they are actually all three pretty significantly different. So, hope that helps you decide. Oh man, I see we got some comments, some other people chiming in for Sam as well. Awesome. And I think we got some more super chats coming through here. Justin Vasey with the super chat saying hashtag Chipotle Fund. Thank you, Justin. It's been a few days since I had Chipotle. I might head down there for dinner tonight. Reds Cap, just with the super chat to support the channel. Hashtag SnowboardProCamp, hashtag Board Archive. You the man, Reds. Thank you so much. And Rob Gams with the super chat as well. Loving the content and advice, keeping it legit. Thank you guys so much. Just purely donating to support the channel. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. It really does help. And, I'm glad that you're stoked on the content and that, hopefully we're keeping you guys stoked on snowboarding and helping you get to where you want to go and what you want to do on your snowboard in the most efficient and the funnest way possible. Oh, we got some jokesters on the channel. Well, I see you. I'm not gonna fall for it. Good try though. Hank Necker, you guys should join Twitch. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Do live streams on Twitch instead of Snowboard Pro Camp. I don't know. What would you guys want to see on Twitch? I feel like that's mainly like a gaming live stream kind of service. And I don't have the setup for that. But yeah, I might check it out. Rob Gams asking for non-volume shifted powder boards, do you typically size up or size down? I have a Rossignol Sushi and that's a 145 and volume shifted, as you know. Just curious. So for like so normally like the pure powder shapes like the Sushi, they're just naturally going to be super wide and designed to be ridden at a shorter length, which is why they make that board at a 145. I think they're gonna have some other sizes this year on that board. For something that's a little more like free ride powder, like the Deep Thinker, for example, I ride like my favorite size to ride for like your I guess, typical kind of snowboard is like a 154 or a 155. So for like the deep thinker, I would ride a 54, and that's what I did last year, and it did really, really well in the powder. If I end up buying one, I'll probably buy that size as well. Um, so I would say either stay at the size that you're most comfortable with or size up one size. If it's not volume shifted, just to give you a little more surface area and a little more float. But yeah, if you're looking for something with a lot of float and good maneuverability, you're going to want to go with something, like the Sushi or the Mind Expander, or like, the Party Platter, or like something that's, naturally short and wide. That short length is going to make it way more maneuverable. We got In Motion SLB. What's up, Yannick? Hope you're doing good, man. Hope everything is awesome over in London. Not too hot, hopefully. Can't wait to hang out with you boys again. I'm going up from the bottom now, so I'll go back down to the bottom here in a second. So keep those questions coming. Oh my gosh. J Dog Vikes broke his femur. Um, Dang. He said he came back from a broken femur and did not miss one day of the season opener. Awesome. Snapped it on the last day and was back on the day they opened. Amazing, man. So sorry to hear that. That's like a nightmare scenario injury for me. Hopefully it wasn't as bad as I'm imagining. But I'm sure it was pretty gnarly. So yeah, glad you healed up quick, man. Thanks for hopping on the live stream. Gary Winterman, do you ever wear a back protector? Never worn a back protector for snowboarding. I know Kevin does rock the crash pants, and I'm looking into maybe getting some of those. GM Vlogs Gaming, what do you recommend for beginners? My favorite go-to beginner board is the Arbor Formula. They offer that in a rocker and a camber version for $18.19. I also really like the GNU Carbon Credit as a good beginner option. Honestly, the DC PBJ, the video, one of the recent board reviews, that could be a really good beginner board as well. But my favorite is the Arbor Formula. So it's just a good price point, good performance, can do it all. Solid snowboard. So yeah, check that one out. Ooh, Sayat, which is more fun to you, the Capita Mercury or the Jones Mountain Twin? For one board, which would you pick? Ooh, well, I think that if I had a lot of it, like if my goal with that board was to like explore, um, you know, get in some gnarly technical terrain, get in the trees, um, but like explore kind of sketchier terrain, like maybe not 100% sure where I'm going type deal, I think the Mountain Twin might serve you better just because it has that true twin performance with magnet traction. I'd say is the biggest distinguisher. The Mercury is really, really fun for free riding, really, really fun for carving. It's actually quite poppy as well and pretty freestyle friendly, even though it does have that setback stance. It doesn't have any kind of magnet traction or anything. So if you don't envision yourself getting on gnarly, sketchy, icy, potentially rocky terrain, I'd probably go with the Mercury. Um, the Mountain Twin is a little stiffer than what I typically like to ride, but it's really, really fun as well. And like I said, that magnet traction is really going to help in those kind of dicier, more technical situations. Alex Volante. Hey TJ, I'm gonna get a POW/slush board. What do you think about the slush slasher? Yeah, as the name suggests, great board for slush. It's actually wider than the War Pig, one of the widest boards I've ever ridden. I think the Sushi is wider than the slush slasher. Um, but yeah, really fun for carving, cruising around, that soft, slushy snow. It's going to do really well in that with that width. It's also going to have great powder performance. So yeah, I think the Slush Lasher is a lot of fun. If you're a, if that board is just vibing with you, you like the look of it, you like the way, that it's presented to the market, I would go for it. Definitely a great board. Let's see. Uh, yeah, there's definitely some good alternatives, but with that directional shape and that width too, it's kind of hard. The only board that's really coming to mind is the K2 Party Platter and um, the Enjoyer, or no, it's part of the Enjoyer series. The Cool Bean. Sorry, I couldn't think of it for a sec. Those are going to be really wide as well, and have good powder performance. So, yeah, as an alternative, maybe check out the Party Platter or the Cool Bean. But the Slush Lasher is sick. Awesome. Sister JJ with the super chat. Thank you, Jess. Stay cool in this heat wave. I will do my best. Thank you, Jess. You as well. You as well. We can do what we can. But yeah, thank you guys all for the super chats. Ooh, looks like some drama's been going down at the bottom here. Thank you uh, for helping moderate this, Kevin or Chris, or it's probably Kevin. Could be Chris. I don't know. Thank you. Philip Ritter, what do you think of the 19 Burton Kilroy Custom? So I've been told by the rep that the 19 Kilroy Custom is going to be pretty much the same as it was last year. So definitely check out the review and the video on that on the channel. Really fun, kind of do-it-all style snowboard, a little bit on the stiffer side of medium. Really fun to be ridden as a twin if you push the stance forward, but also going to be a solid free ride board at the reference stance and have solid powder performance. Word on the street is that the Kilroy process is actually going to be a little bit softer, and feel a good bit different from how it felt this year. So I'll make sure to get on that at some point and keep you guys posted on the Kilroy updates as well. Uh, Jay, Joe, I'm just gonna call you Joe, man. Been thinking of buying either the Contact Pro or the Force, and asking for some thoughts. Yeah, so definitely check out that union binding comparison video. That'll probably give you the most insight. Long story short, the Contact Pro is going to offer essentially the same performance as the Contact, but it's a little bit lighter weight. So it's going to be a more surfy binding, more flexy, tweakable. It's going to help you get those weird tweaks, whereas the Force is a little more responsive. So yeah, check out that binding comparison video, and I think that will help make that decision for you, man. Rylan Kaufman saying you should go to New Zealand. We are. So we're going to New Zealand. It's going to be mid-August. We'll be down there at Cardrona for like 2 weeks. So obviously you guys will be in the loop on that, and hope to see some of you guys down there. It'll be my first time in that part of the world. We'll be checking out Australia as well. So yeah, hope to see you down there. CJ, yep, see you later on Patreon, man. Thanks for hopping on. Appreciate it, CJ. Let's see, we gotta see what else we got going on here. Um, Hank Necker, would you come to Australia to snowboard at Mount Hotham or Falls Creek? So right now the plan is to go to Perisher. There's a chance maybe we'll check out some other resorts, but right now Perisher is looking like the one. And I got see some questions asking about some my personal favorites. Some boot questions here. Let's see. So Dan Kraus, what's your favorite board type? I'm a firm believer in having at least two boards, so I would want one like true twin park style, either like a mid flex or softer than mid flex. Um, or maybe a soft park board and a mid flex park board, and then a directional shape as well. So I don't think I have one favorite. I don't think there's really any point in choosing one favorite because, um, if you're gonna ride one board for everything, you're gonna be making a compromise at some point. So why do that if you don't have to? And then Imperial, What boots should I get? I'm an intermediate rider, just getting into the park, but still want to shred the hills. Um, yeah, I would look at the 32 lashed. I think that'd be a great option. The TM3 would also be a great option if you want something higher end. It is a good bit more pricey though. You could also look at something like the Burton Imperial. The K2 Masis is one of my favorites as well. I think all those would be good options. The Ride Lasso could be a good option as well. Um, and now, I named 4 different brands there. Each brand is going to have a slightly different fit. But at that level, within those brands, you're going to be getting a decent liner. So I would just kind of narrow, if you have the chance, go see a boot fitter, try on some different boots. It's going to be really hard this time of year because there's probably nothing left in your particular size. Definitely not on all 4 of those boots. But yeah, another option, with companies like Evo or whoever online, most of the companies online, you could like order all 4 or narrow it down to 2 and order them in like a couple different sizes to kind of dial it in, and then return all of them or just all the ones but the one that you want to keep. So that'd be my 2 cents on that. Hope that helps you out, Imperial. And let's see here. Just want to take a second and say thank you to everybody who dropped a super chat today. Jess, Rob Gams, Reds Cap, Justin Vasey, Martin Walgren, Lucifer Morningstar, Lokri. Thank you guys so much. It really helps to support the channel. Thank you guys. I definitely will make sure to grab a burrito down at Chipotle later on you guys. Thank you. And yeah, so definitely check us out on Instagram. Again, my handle is @BoardArchive. Kevin's is @SnowboardProCamp. The next live stream is going to be going down on Friday. So if you want to hang out with Kevin, get some more questions answered, definitely come back and check out the stream this Friday. It's going to be, around in the afternoon Friday. So check that out. Hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you guys soon. Take care, everyone.